Hey guys, Smelling Roses here. Thought I'd come check in with you guys. It's been a while since I did any uploads. Pretty much all but retired from YouTube now, but not totally gone. I'm still going to be uploading from time to time. So it's the middle of June 2024, and I'm out in the George Washington National Forest doing a quick overnight trip here, sort of overlanding style. I'm in the religious range. This area is called that because the mountains in this area have names like the priest, the cardinal, the friar, little priest, etc. We're not at very high elevation here, just a little over 2,000 feet, but many of the peaks in this area do top out around 4,000 feet above sea level. This is my campsite located sort of on the north flanks of the Cardinal. That's sort of the Cardinal back up in this direction. And over there is Porter Ridge. This area is located pretty close to the Appalachian Trail, and to the north is the Priest Wilderness area, and just to the south is the Mount Pleasant National Scenic area. So really a great area. I'm sure you guys can hear the stream down below. That's the South Fork of Piney River. We'll go check that out in a moment. Pretty nice big campsite here. You could cram in a group if you needed to. Sadly, I did find some trash here when I first arrived, and I went ahead and took care of that. Don't really understand that, guys. If you can bring it in, you can haul it out. Please leave your sites as good, if not better, than you found them. So nice campsite here, but let me show you guys the highlight of this site. We're going to carefully make our way down to the river. Check it out, guys. South Fork of the Piney River. Basically right next to our campsite, we have our own private waterfall. Supposed to cool off tonight, but temperatures this afternoon are currently in the upper 80s, so it's pretty hot out. Hang out down here by the creek for a little while. A lot cooler down here. And here in a little bit we'll cook up some late lunch, early dinner. Might make some American goulash. Camp is up there. Alright, getting started on dinner here. Got some elbow pasta boiling there. Just gonna go ahead and do that first and kind of leave it to the side just for convenience. Gonna be whipping up some, I don't know, American goulash. Some people would call it beefaroni. Just a ground beef and pasta dish. It's pretty tasty and very easy to make. Oh man, that is looking good. Smells good too. That is looking good. I think it's ready. Let's give it a little taste test. Mmm. Good morning, guys. Waking up to this beautiful, peaceful morning. All right, guys. Priority number one, always coffee. Gonna be making this Kuju pour over. This is nice. How about some breakfast? You guys hungry? I am. Got some chicken sausage and got a couple of eggs that somehow survived the bumpy road up the mountain. All right, breakfast is served. Never mind my manners, I'm just gonna eat directly from the pan. Well, that hit the spot, guys. Tell you, there's just something about food that's cooked and enjoyed outdoors. You just can't beat it. I don't know what it is, but you know, even if you're not into camping or being out in wilderness areas, you know, just a family barbecue in the backyard, you know how much better the food tastes. Just something about it. It's probably something primordial that's just in our DNA. You know, just the way humans are supposed to live. See, the sun is coming on up above that ridge there. Looks like it's gonna be another warm but beautiful day. Gonna go ahead and get cleaned up, get packed up, and get back on the trail, see what today brings. All right, guys, camp is all cleaned up and packed up. Remember to leave your site as good or better than you found it. All right, guys. We left the campsite and we're going to continue up the mountain on the Forest Service road. We're going to head up towards Salt Log Gap, and if the gate is open, we're going to take an unmaintained trail and head over to Hog Camp Gap. All right, guys, just continuing up the mountain. Pretty rough road, but nothing crazy. Still about any kind of car could make this if you were careful. We've gained significant elevation since leaving camp. We're over 3,000 feet now and still climbing, heading up to Salt Log Gap. All right, guys, so we made it up to Salt Log Gap and we passed the Appalachian Trail crossing. Took a left on this unmaintained Forestry Service road. This will take us around to Hog Camp Gap. There's also an Appalachian Trail crossing there. All right, guys, we're about to pull up on Hog Camp Gap. There's Appalachian Trail access here. You can also access the Mount Pleasant trails here in this area. So we're in the Mount Pleasant National Scenic area now. Hiking the Appalachian Trail in a southbound direction, heading up Coal Mountain. There's some beautiful balds up along the ridge with excellent views. The Mount Pleasant area contains some of the prettiest woods anywhere. Check out all these ferns just covering the ground. Been a few years since I've been up here on Coal Mountain. I remember it's a bit of a climb up to the meadows, but it's not very far. Maybe a mile, mile and a half, and 300-400 feet of elevation gain. All right, guys, we've basically made the ridge and the views are going to start opening up pretty soon. Gained a lot of elevation. We're just below 4,000 feet above sea level here. I think the actual summit of Coal Mountain is like 3,900. Never really been able to find out if these meadows up here are natural or man-made, but I'm leaning towards the latter. There is a history of cattle grazing up here in the past. All right, guys, this is where it starts to get good. We'll get some good views from here. The actual highest point of Coal Mountain is right over there. Doubt I'll go all the way over there. And guys, there's Mount Pleasant right there. Excellent view here to the east. Awesome. Meadow continues, and as I mentioned, that's the summit of Coal Mountain up there. It's also a pretty good view to the west, looking out towards the Allegheny Highlands. Well, guys, I could hang out all day up here. Love it up here on Coal Mountain, but I didn't bring my lunch. And this is a pretty popular hike in the area. It's probably going to start getting busy. Just going to backtrack and head back down to the road. Alright guys, just about off of this forest road. This is the first pavement we've seen since this adventure started. Gonna head up the mountain a little bit further, maybe hit the Blue Ridge Parkway and find a place to make lunch. All right, guys, it's lunchtime and I am starving, and I've got just the thing. Some yummy goulash leftovers from last night. All right, just gonna warm it up. All right, that's a feast. Guys, so back on the Blue Ridge Parkway southbound. All right, guys, this is the Bluff Mountain Tunnel. Pretty cool. Guys, we just crossed the James River and we're near the town of Big Island, Virginia. I just left the Parkway and I guess we're gonna wrap up this adventure. This has probably been a pretty long video and I seriously doubt anybody is still watching, but you guys know I really appreciate all your views and your comments and your support of my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you on the trail.